Dragonfly painting, but we're going to be using this glitter. And this is Folk Art Glitterific Clear Hologram. So we're going to add it to the glitter that we already had. And then I'm going to add a little bit more clear resin to it. Now we're not going to drip this in like we would. We're just going to drop it in. I'm going to set this to the side because I want to mix it up and see if I'm going to need more. We're going to add this clear to it. Okay. I think it needs a little bit more. This stuff is so thick though that I don't want to put too much. Okay, that's gonna look awesome. And y'all know me, I'm not big on glitter, but client wants glitter, we're gonna do glitter. So, here's the other piece. We're gonna do the same thing with it that we did with the last one. I'll take one of my fragrance-free, dye-free wet ones. And the point of this is to make sure that we get all the silicone off where we did the swipe. I've already wiped it once, but we want to, you know, do it again. You want to make sure you get all that silicone off where we did the swipe, where the Dragonfly is. And then you wipe the whole thing down. That way if there's any dust particles or anything in the black, you want to get all of that cleaned off. Before you add silicone. Before you add resin. I need to put another glove on. Oh, these gloves are irritating, but it's resin, so. Okay, and here we go. We're going to stir it again. Pour it in the middle, maneuver it around with my hand, and then if I need more, I will add more. By leaving a little bit of that standard glitter in the resin and then adding this, the bigger chunks of this glitter, it allowed you to have some fine glitter everywhere instead of just some chunks everywhere and then nothing fine. Sorry, I had to get that fly away. I didn't want it landing in my resin. Shoe fly. It's like they just want to bother you. I'm going to go ahead and do the top edges and the top part of the side so I don't forget. Okay, then we're going to pour in some more resin. I'm probably going to have to add a little bit more to the bottom here. And just wipe it in my hand. Okay. Make sure everything filled in and there's no spots where it's like coming apart from the silicone. Some of that glitter is like extra chunky, so it sticks up a little. So I definitely will probably have to put a flood coat over this one just because the glitter is sticking up some. It's chunky glitter. Okay, we're gonna get all the air bubbles out. Okay. Double check and make sure and look at it from all different angles with the light. I'm going to wipe the bottom edge off. I've heard from watching the resin, the Frugal Resinista, that if you finish your painting and you have like resin drips on the bottom and you want it to be like level, that you can take a heat gun or a hair dryer and just heat up the drips on the side to make them easier to peel off, or you could just take an X-Acto knife and peel them off. These sides don't have to be perfect because we are going to put a second coat of just clear resin on here just because of the chunky glitter. Got quite a few air bubbles in here. Trying to be very careful heating this one up because that chunky glitter. There are so many fine bubbles in here. I didn't get that with the other one. I don't know if it's the chunky glitter that's causing the fine bubbles. Or the fact that we mixed two glitters together. Okay. I still see a few fine bubbles, but I'm going to give them a second to kind of raise to the top. And it looks like it stayed everywhere. I didn't have anywhere. That's that big piece of glitter. And it's just popping up and making it look like an air bubble, and it's not. It's weird. Okay. Just doing circular motions and try to get rid of all these air bubbles. The other one didn't do like this. But maybe it's this paint. I don't know. Anyhow. Okay, so I'm going to set that down and we're going to find a place for this to sit and cure. And then we'll probably come back in a few days, probably 3 to 4 days, and add another coat of clear resin to this one just to fully cover some of these big chunks of glitter that was in there. So we'll come back and do that and then see what it looks like.